Group 1, E. 5, 7, yep. And how about point F? 8, 1. Everyone else, make sure you record that. And graph E and F right now for me, please. Graph E and F. Graph E and F. Once you have E and F graphed, please connect them, making a line segment. You have just connected your first mid segment. What did you just connect? 2 midpoints. Yes, 2 midpoints together makes a mid segment. All right, let's keep going. Group 2, point F, I already know is 8, 1. How about point G? 3, 2. All right, everyone, make sure you got 3, 2 done and graphed. And connect GF when you have it graphed. That is a second mid segment. Group 3, I don't need any info from you yet. Hopefully you have point E as 5, 7 and point G as 3, 2. And everyone connect mid segment EG. So does everyone see what a mid segment is? Connects the midpoints of 2 sides of a triangle. All right, we got to learn 2 facts about them today. 2 facts. Group 1, everyone see your job? Find the distance of AC and EF in simplest radical form. Group 2, you got the distance of AB and FG. Group 3, you got BC and EG. Simplest radical form, everybody. Distance formulas. Here we go. And hopefully you see some type of relationship between your 2 distances you are finding. And just do your group's responsibility. Group 1, you probably have the toughest, simplest radical form there, but I think you can handle it. Group 1, you ready to report back here? Okay, whenever somebody's ready, let me know. AC, 6 square root of 5. And everybody in group 1, you should have been breaking down the square root of 180, which breaks down into 36 and 5. All right, everyone else, make sure you get it jotted down, and you guys find the distance of EF. EF, when you're ready. Three radical 5. Yep, you should have broken down the square root of 45. Yep, 3 radical 5. Make sure you guys get that jotted down. All right, group 2, here you go. Group 2, AB. 2 radical 26. And then radical 26. Yep. Got it. Group 3, did you find the length of BC? 2 radical 29. Hopefully you tried to break down the square root of 116. That's what 229 breaks down from. Yep. And then how about EG? Square root of 29. All right, take a look. These were all the mid segments in red. These were all the other sides that weren't connected by the mid segment in black. Notice any relationship. The mid segment is always half of that. Okay, make sure you remember that. All right, the mid segment's always half of that other side. All right, there's one more theorem I need you guys to find out. Now let's turn our attention to the slope of your lines. Now find the slope of the same exact segments you found the distances for. So you guys can use your graph, do rise over run, or if you'd rather plug it into y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, go ahead, or rise over run. And hopefully you notice a distinct pattern here, or a relationship between your segments. Lowest terms, make sure everything's in lowest terms so you can see the relationship. Group 1, you got the slope of AC? -2, and how about the slope of EF? Oh, shocker, here we go. Group 2, slope of AB. And how about the slope of FG? Shocker, here we go. BC, group 3. And how about EG? Oh. What do we know? If the slopes came out to be the same, what do we know about the segments? They have to be parallel to each other. All right, so let's put this all together. Ready? Let's put it all together. What do we call that segment that joins the midpoints? Mid-segment. Yep. Mid-segment. The theorem, it's got 2 parts. You've already found out both parts. What did you guys learn by using the distance formula? The mid-segment is half. All right, now I don't want to keep calling it the other side, All right, so we're going to say it's half the length of the third side. And I want to make sure we're clear on what I mean by the third side. Half the length of the third side. What do I mean by third side? It's the side it doesn't connect. So I want to make sure we're all clear. Ready? EF's my mid segment. What's my third side then? What am I referring to with the third side if I'm referring to EF? AC. Perfect. GF. What's my third side then? AB. So everyone all right on what I mean by third side now? All right, you know it's half the length and slopes are equal, so they're parallel. So the mid segment is half the length of the third side and is parallel to the third side. Perfect. Now I get to hear from you guys. Ready to go? All right, let's use this theorem now. LB 19, LO 35, OB 29. Let's do this. Find RT. All right, I got a couple questions before we find RT. Who's got 7? 7, Amy? In the directions, Amy, they said A, R, and T were what? Midpoints. That makes RT, AT, and RA a what? Okay, that's all I needed. Now that I know their mid-segments, let's figure out the values. 2, who has 2? Will, here we go. RT, that's a mid-segment. It's half of its third side. What's its third side in this case? Which is how long? So I'm going to take half of 19. Everyone's seeing half of the third side. And Will, half of 19? 9.5. All right. Everyone see why we're taking half of 19 and not any of the other values? The third side. All right, let's go to AT. What do you have and how are you getting it? AT. 6. How are you getting that, Nick? So AT, its third side is 35, so I'm going to take half of 35. And yes, 17.5. And then how about AR? 17. AR? Okay, taking half of what, Max? OB, 29. Yep. And that, what was it again? 14 and a half. Yep. Everyone all right? Okay. Any issues? Moving on. Identify 3 pairs of parallel segments. All right, everybody stop. I got a couple questions first. 19. 19. Kate, here we go. It doesn't tell me they're mid-segments, but in the last problem, they told me midpoints, and they don't even tell me that here. How am I going to know that H is a midpoint? Two equal parts, right? 7 and 7. Same thing down here for I, and over here to the left on G. Breaks it up into 2 equal parts, so these are all midpoints, so when I connect them, they become mid-segments. So I know that GH, the mid-segment, should be parallel to its third side, which is GH and 16? AC are parallel. And now please give me the other 2 parallel sides. How about 4? Yep. And AB, and got the other one there, Rachel? There you go. Ooh, here's going to be, I'm going to see, we need a beast here for this next one. Now that you know all these lines are parallel, BGH, locate it, BGH, 42 degrees. What's got to be BAC? This angle, BAC, that angle right there. And why? They're parallel. Use your knowledge of parallel lines to find BAC and why. More importantly, why. You could guess and get this one right. You really could. But the big part is why. Troop in the back going to take this one? It is 42. I could have guessed that, though, easily. Because really, here's what I'm guessing. It's either equal or it's supplementary. You can never go wrong in geometry. They're either equal or they're supplementary. You can never go wrong. All right, well, why are they equal, man? Okay. Took 2 of you to get there, but we got it. These are corresponding, everyone. Yeah, corresponding. So parallel lines imply corresponding angles congruent. We got there eventually. That's all that mattered. Quickly, let's go backwards. What if I give you the third side? Can you find me the mid-segment? QR is the mid-segment, NM is 9. Or QR is 9. Whew. QR is 9. So I give you the mid-segment. Can you give me the third side now? So we're not cutting things in half anymore. 11? 18. How? There you go. That third side's always double the mid-segment. And now, all right, I'm not even gonna bother asking anybody this. 12 for LN. LM is 31. What is the perimeter? Add them up, guys. What do you end up with? 61. Yep. Okay. I'm going to let you do this last one in your group and see what you can do. Before you start, somebody explain to me how I know PQ, QR, and PR are all mid-segments. Well, how do I know Q is a midpoint? Okay, yep. Now they have markings instead of numbers there, yes. Okay, go ahead. Talk it over. See what you got for me. All groups ready here? Number 1. Got an equation first. Hold on, I got to label it myself. 6x minus 4 is the third side, and the mid-segment is 4x minus 5. All right, I'm ready for an equation. They are not equal to each other, so. Good. I don't know if anybody else, and if you didn't have the 2 here, maybe you had a 1/2 over here. That's also fine. You solved it back there? No, I'm not interested in how. You got x equals 3. There's a third credit. How do you get your other 2/3 credit? Plug it in, PQ and XZ, and hopefully when you guys plugged it in, you got 2 numbers. One was a half of the other. PQ, 7, XZ, 14. Yes, sir.
Now, would you have to put in X for XZ, or can you just double PQ?
As long as you are confident on your solving abilities, it might be a good idea, just a quick check. You definitely got the right value of X. All right, you guys can start on the algebra ones on the back of your assignment sheet or grab a book and get going.